Hey, if you flat tow a vehicle behind your motorhome like we do, well, you know that the tow bar is one of the most trusted pieces of equipment in RVing. But like many of us, we have a tendency to install it and then forget about it. Well, we have to remember that this is a mechanical system that has moving parts, and over time, those parts wear. Hey, look, this is a reliable piece of equipment, but like in anything in life, they can and have failed. And when they do, it can be a dangerous and costly roadside emergency. That's another reason why we need to make sure that we're doing our own inspections and we're doing the maintenance that's required on these, try to reduce the chance of a roadside emergency. So today we're going to replace these silicone washers and we're going to clean and re-grease our legs. Let's get started. The Blue Ox I have is the Avail tow bar. It has a 10,000 pound capacity. In the owner's manual, Blue Ox says we recommend a full tow bar service every 2 years or 10,000 miles. And down below that, it talks about having a cover over your tow bar. It talks about cleaning your Blue Ox. Number 3 is very important. Check for cracked welds and repair any loose, worn, or damaged bolts, rubber boots, or cap lugs. And number 4 talks about that once a year, if you are having some trouble with one of your legs coming in or out, you can remove the rubber boot and clean and re-grease your legs, which is what we're going to do today. Now, I do want to bring this up because I have seen some tow bars out there that there's no way I would hook my vehicle up to them. On Blue Ox's website, they actually recommend that tow bars older than 8 years should be replaced. And they even offer a $150 program for the trade-in to help offset the cost of a new one. So keep that in mind. 8 years old, we probably should be looking for a new one. The tools we're going to need today is going to be, of course, I'm going to use my impact. We've got 3 sockets, 1 1/8, 1 1/16, 3/4. Of course, I have the ratchet, a 3/4 inch wrench, some snips so we can cut the zip ties on the rubber boots, some general purpose lithium grease, zip ties, touch-up paint, and some brake cleaner. Also, we have the washer replacement kit. This is for the Avail tow bar, which is what I have. The part number here is BX88388. And in that, you see, we have our lubricating washers. We use the original bolts, but they do send you new lock nuts in here, so we'll be replacing the lock nuts today. My starting place is going to be down here at the triple lugs. I want to actually put some new washers on this. I'm going to do one at a time so that I don't mess anything up and get anything confused or crossed up. So I'm going to do one at a time. Let's get ready to take this one off. Now we'll use the power tool to remove the old lock nut washers, but it's not recommended to use a power tool to install the new ones because you can damage the nylon threads inside, which actually helps lock it on. So we'll be putting it on with a wrench. All right. Yeah, you can see right here, this has definitely been worn and it was time to replace them. Those washers really feel worn out. So that's all you've got. You got a washer on each side that fits like this. And we're just going to, again, replace those. And a new lock nut. You see that right there. Let me get some brake cleaner here and just see if I can clean this up a little bit. Again, just want to clean it out so we get a nice fresh start here with these washers. All right, now it's an excellent time to inspect our bolt here. That looks good. Also a good time to inspect our triple lug. Looking again for any metal fatigue or any damage. Looks good and strong, man. That's heavy duty stuff. Let's get ready to install this here. Let me turn it sideways so maybe you can see it better. There. Put the other one right here. Now we're going to take our new lock nut and put that on. There we go, we get it right. Yeah. See how much better that is? All right, let's take this one off now. Look at our bolt here, looks good. Don't see anything that concerns me with that. And again, that's why I like to tighten it up with a wrench. You can sort of get a feel of where you might want it, you know. Okay, so now let's move on to the next section. Let me slide this down just a little bit. And that's going to be right here. So what I want to do here is I want to mark so I put everything back right. Does that make sense? Because this stuff turns. Probably don't have to do this, but I just want to be sure. So all of this will be in line when I put everything back together. Here we need our 1 1/16. Back here is where we need the 1 1/8 just to hold it. We're going to need 4 washers here. We've got one right here on the outside. Hope you can see that. Then one on the inside on both. So let's inspect our bolt here. Looks good. Looks real good. So there's our bolt. Okay, now we're going to pull this apart. And you see the 4 washers that came out. There was the 2 on that side, 2 over here on the other side, right there. I do want to hit this with a little bit of so let's see if we can do that. Now, 1 washer goes in right there. Another one goes in right there. And let me see. And because this faces down, I want my bolt to go through, my nut to be on the bottom. So, keeping that in mind. 1 washer right there. And another one right there. Right. In fact, let me put that on last. Here we go. Let's get the boat started first. By the way, if you've been flat towing behind your RV for the last couple of years and you haven't done any of this maintenance on your Blue Ox tow bar, this might be the most important video you'll see this season. Come on, baby. Yeah, I'm just going to work on this one side first and we'll worry about the other side in a minute. Probably would be better too if I had a better workstation than here on the floor. All right, there we go. Got that one started. Now, this side. And as you might figure, things are a little tighter with these newer washers because they are new and not worn. All right. There we go. There. I just don't like using the impact wrench to tighten this stuff up, so just like to feel it. All right, now you see how, hope you can see all my lines are lined up, because remember all this twist when you take this off. So now I'm going to go to our last part. I got 2 washers here, and then these 2 on the other side. And these 2 are just going to be extra because we don't have a use for them. Last one. And again, just want to double check my bolt here. That thing looks good. Just going to pull this off. Good time to inspect this stuff too. I mean, we do it all the time, but again, this is where I've seen some of the failures occur in these welds right here. So it's just another great opportunity to really look at your equipment. And again, keeping in mind that when I put this back on, all my lines will be lined up. All right, so both of these washers go on between this part. All right, 2 more. Much better. Next, we're going to grease the legs here, and this is where I need my snips to come in. We're going to cut these zip ties and make sure that we don't cut the rubber boot. All right, so what we're going to do now is actually clean these with some brake cleaner. Then just take a paper towel and just clean it. These are usually a little bit more stubborn up here because they've got that big lip to come over. Then according to Blue Ox, we're just going to put a light coat of fresh grease on our legs. And I've done this, I did this about 2 years ago. But according to their owner's manual, if you start having trouble with your legs sticking, they say to actually do it once a year. I've just never had trouble with my legs. One reason, because I do keep mine covered, my tow bar covered, which they highly recommend as well to keep debris and dirt out of here. So every couple of years I re-grease the legs. Now we're just going to reinstall the boots and then the zip ties. Good. And that is it. Hey, look, I know this kind of maintenance is not all that exciting. Nobody brags about silicone washers and grease points, but it's this kind of maintenance that helps keep problems from becoming roadside emergencies. So if you're flat towing, we hope you add this to your list. And if video has been helpful to you, make sure you share it with somebody else who might be flat towing, and maybe they can benefit from it as well. If you're looking for some more maintenance ideas, check this video out right here. You may not need it now, but maybe in the future. This is where we repair our 50 amp power cord. Same principle applies for a 30 amp as well. We'll see you over there.